Chapter 38. Chautala's 6 cops sat down as customers in groups of 2 each at Taco Bell. I met Chautala at Red Mango, a frozen yogurt shop right next to Taco Bell. We sat facing each other. Parvati's ready in the red dress, I said. Getting this girl involved with something new you're sprang on us, Chautala said. I had no choice. Came up suddenly. Fine. Want to eat anything while we wait? They are selling a cup of frozen dahi for 300 rupees, Chautala said. I shook my head. We are the police. We will get it for free. No sir, thanks, I said. Why are you so tense? Chautala said. Only 15 minutes left, I said, looking at my phone. Don't worry, my men are ready there. I leaned forward to take a look inside Taco Bell. The 6 hefty Haryana cops in shirts and jeans were shipping cold drinks and eating tacos at their respective tables. Thanks, Chautala sir, I said, letting out a deep breath. You focus on your guy. I nodded and opened my phone. I had a message from Roy. Where have you reached? Just reach ambience. Walking towards Taco Bell. Cool. Let me know when you are there. Okay. I closed Instagram and sent a WhatsApp to Alia. Send Parvati. 2 minutes later, a girl in red dress came out of the lift on the second floor of the mall. Parvati looked calm as she chewed gum and looked around for Taco Bell. She saw balloon outside one of the shop and took a picture. She spotted the restaurant and walked towards it. She reached Taco Bell and went in. She took a seat, her back to the restaurant entrance, exactly as instructed. I took out my phone. This place looked cool. I sent a message to Roy. Hey, you there? Roy replied. Yes, where are you? Coming, walking towards Taco Bell. I looked up at Chautala and gestured to him. Chautala nodded and sent his cops a WhatsApp group message to be alert. Come soon, I'm hungry, I replied. I waited for Roy to walk into Taco Bell. Every second felt like a minute, every minute like an hour. I checked the time, 12:05 p.m. Should I send a message? I decided to wait some more. No 30-year-old girl would be so desperate. 12:20 p.m. He hadn't shown up yet. I had a sinking feeling. Where are you? I'm waiting. I sent him a message along with a cute puppy emoji. Fuck you, bitch, was the response. What the hell? I blurred out. What happened? Chautala said. I don't know, I said. Something doesn't seem right. Where is he? Did he become suspicious? Yes, I think so. He must be trying to leave the mall. Chautala wiped out the walkie-talkie. Leave Taco Bell. Seal mall exits. Run out and catch him now, Chautala said. I checked my Instagram. The chat with Roy had been deleted. I checked the Save Animal 100 account. It didn't exist anymore. North exit for you, Verma. South for you, Kripal. He's in the mall. Chautala shouted instructions on his walkie-talkie and turned to me. What's happening? I'm sorry, sir. He's gone, I said as I threw my phone on the table. Failure sucks. Public failure sucks even more. Saurav and I sat with our heads down in Chautala's office. Alia's family and Chautala stared at us in silence. I'm sorry, I said for the 5th time. Chautala smirked. Apologizing so many times isn't needed, he said. I want to know what the hell happened. I'm trying to figure it out. Somehow, Roy found out about our plan, I said. How? Chautala said. Someone leaked the information clearly. He was on board just minutes before the scheduling meeting, Saurabh said. Are you suggesting the police leaked it? Chautala said in an anger tone. Not really, Saurabh said. That's what you are implying, Chautala said. Not at all, sir, Saurabh said. Chautala banged a fist on his desk. He turned to Shamsher. See, Arora ji, this is why I didn't want to reopen the cold case. You came to us. Out of respect for you, I decided to help you. Yes, sir, Shamsher said meekly. I sent 6 men dressed as customers, did I not? You did, sir, Shamsher said. These so-called detectives make a mess of their own plan. Suspect runs away. The police get blamed. Is that fair? Nobody said a word. Saurabh and I kept our gaze down. Alia broke the silence. Nobody's blaming you, Chautala sir. We thank you for your help, Alia said. I'm not looking for a thank you, Alia madam. I want to know this. Why does the blame for a leak only come to my people? My cop are like my family. What if I said someone in your family, one of you guy here leaked the information? What? Timmy said. See, this is what I was afraid of, Timmy. They will again end up smearing the family reputation, Durga said. Let's go home. This was a useless exercise. I don't know who these strange detectives are that Alia hired. Durga stood up, her large frame looming over everyone. Alia looked at me, embarrassed. I apologized to her with my eyes. I could see her pain. I had let her down. That mattered more to me than any of this drama around us. Sit, Mamiji, please, Manish said. What's the point? Durga said even as she sat down again. The old wooden chair creaked under her weight. See how it feels to be unfair targeted. Chautala said. We know, sir, Manish said and folded his hands. My family has been through this. No more of that, please. We are not blaming you or your team, Chautala sir, Saurabh said. We will try to figure out what happened. Maybe we messed it up somewhere. You did. You said there is a Dharmesh Roy link. I wanted to catch that tutor first. Make him talk. You didn't let me, Chautala said. He could alert Roy if the police contacted him, Saurabh said. That was our fear. I would have tossed him in the lockup before he could alert his own ass, Chautala said. Even him being in a lockup could have raised doubts, Saurabh said. Shut up and let me think, Chautala said, interrupting Saurabh. Sorry, sir, I said. Saurabh, it's okay. Sir is right. It's our fault. You know the problem, Keshav. You think you are the only smart one, Chautala said. No, sir, I said as Chautala raised his hand and gestured to me to be quiet. Viren, he shouted. Sub-Inspector Viren came to his office from the adjoining room. Sir, Viren said, contact that Bihari tutor. Tell him to drop everything and come see me immediately. Yes, sir, Viren said and left. Chautala stood up to signal the end of the meeting. Thank you, sir, Manish said. I might reach further this way. Better than buying red dresses, Chautala said. I inhaled deeply to withstand the humiliation. Viren re-entered Chautala's office. Dharmesh's phone is not reachable. Sir, switched off. Chautala looked at Viren surprised. Send a gypsy to his house and get him here, Chautala said. Viren nodded and left. Don't worry, Shamsherji. I may be old. I may not know all this Instagram business, but I have my own way that work too. Chautala said and folded his hand to bid the Arora family goodbye. Sleeping? Alia sent me a message with past midnight. No, I replied. I sat up in bed. Did they get Dharmesh? He's not at home. They are trying to find him. Okay, I hope they do. Same here. How are you? Miserable. We almost had Roy. Almost means nothing. We don't have him. He's gone. You had a solid plan. Someone must have leaked it. I'm sorry I messed up. Let you down. It's not your fault. Who else then? This is entirely on me. Keshav? Yes. Thank you. Please don't humiliate me further. I don't deserve your thanks. Thank you for trying. You got further than anyone else. But I didn't get there in the end. I hate myself, like my love life, like my civil service preparation. I fucked this up as well. You didn't. I feel terrible too that we lost Roy, but I will feel worse if you take all the blame. Thanks. For what? For messaging and trying to make me feel better. You mean something to me. Do I? Yes. Okay, good to know. Why did you include your love life in your list of fucked up thing? My love life is actually fucked up. Really? Yeah. It involved a married client with kids and a huge joint family. I sit and eat chili cheese toast with her in-laws, pretending everything is normal, while deep inside it kills me. What kills you? to not be with you, to see you as Manish's wife and the Arora family's daughter in law. I am all that too, Keshav, at least right now. Exactly. Now you know why my love life is fucked up. What do you want from me? Nothing. It's all my fault. I fucked everything up, including my relationships. Don't say that. The woman I love chats with me every night while her husband sleeps next to her. Isn't that fucked up enough for you?